Hi everyone, so today we're going to be taking a look at the Bring Your Own Algorithm feature that's available for the Earth Data Store as presented by Prestige Worldwide for our second project of SEng 371. So as we can see here on the home page, we have some user statistics for the BYO feature. So we have things like the total users, total algorithms, the size of the data set, as well as some stats on the most popular algorithms, as well as the page views, clicks, things like that. More importantly, though, we have user account features. So we have things like creating an account. So users will be able to submit their name, email, a password to create an account, or in this case, users are going to be able to sign into accounts. So as we can see here, John Doe wants to create an account. So he throws in his email and a password, and he's going to be able to sign into that account that he's already made. So we sign in there, and as we can see, John has some notifications up in the top right hand corner. So we're going to click on his icon, and we're going to see here that John's algorithms 1 and 2 that were submitted a while ago have now been approved and can be used on the EDS interface. So let's take a look at the submittal process for the algorithms itself. So if we go over here to submit a algorithm, as you can see, we have the name and the email already auto-filled because John's signed in. As well, the algorithm name can be changed or submitted, and you can select the language for use of the algorithm. So if we click on here, we can see that in this case, Python, Java, and C++ are all available for algorithm use. As well, users are able to submit a different type that will allow them to expand what languages are used as long as the EDS team approves of that. So for this case, let's just select Python. And now John is going to have to submit a Docker container that is capable of hosting his algorithm for parallel computing, as well as an algorithm attachment that allows him to submit the script itself that is going to be running. So let's browse the computer. Right here we have the Docker file. Just going to click on that, submit that. And now let's actually add the algorithm itself. So John wanted to submit his Python one, so let's click here. And we have a Pythonic algorithm available now. So as you can see, the algorithm.py Docker file are both available, as well as the language, the name, and everything else is filled out. So John's just going to click submit here. And he's going to get a notification saying that the team, so the approval process as outlined in Project 1, where we have a series of auto tests followed by an actual manual review. Once that is complete, his algorithm will either be approved or declined and will be showed to him as such on that home page we just looked at. So let's just click OK. And now let's just take a look at viewing algorithms. So this will allow us to see the algorithms that have already been submitted. So as we can see here, we have 1 through 6, a little scroll bar here, so we can take a look at more down lower. People can search through it as well. If we click on algorithm 1 here, we're going to see that a description is available for an algorithm. So this would be filled out by the EDS team itself to describe how the algorithm might be used. As well, we have the number of Docker instances available for this specific algorithm. So this will be a proportional allotment of Docker containers available to each algorithm based off of their weekly usage and the total number of containers available for use on the EDS. As well, we have a statistic on the runtime, as well as when the algorithm itself was submitted. So just some fast facts. So if people are scrolling through and trying to figure out what algorithm is going to be used for things like, I don't know, detecting forest fires, things like that, they're going to be able to quickly see, okay, this is the algorithm I want to use for that thing. Now let's just take a look at how these algorithms in the list would be used itself. So it's a pretty simple interface. All you really need to do is select your algorithm. So let's just go with algorithm 1 here, as well as the data set that we want to run it on. So let's, again, just use data set 1. Finally, we're just going to select a date for using. So let's just go with, I guess, April 22nd in 2018 and April 10th of this year. So that'll give us roughly a year. So now we're just going to click run. Just a little pop-up here. Once the algorithm has completed running, we're going to be presented with a downloadable file that is specified by the user themselves. So within the algorithm, it's the responsibility of the user to produce an output file of some form. All we do is essentially present that in a downloadable format for the consumer to download. So they're just going to click here. And as you can see, results.txt has downloaded. We can close this off. And that is the complete usage of the BYOA system. So again, we have a home page that gives some general statistics and usage stats. We have an algorithm submission methodology, so they submit their name, their email, and some algorithm statistics. Viewing the algorithms themselves, you can take a look at what is inside of each algorithm. And finally, usage of the algorithms themselves. So again, this has been Prestige Worldwide's high fidelity mock-up of the BYO feature for the EDS. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for listening.